So I just got back from the gym, and as usual, I didn't really eat before I went. I can't. It makes me feel sick. The most I'll do is maybe quarter to a half a banana before I walk out the door, just enough so that I'm not feeling completely empty. And on the drive home, it got me thinking about that because people ask me all the time, so should I eat before I work out? Are you fasting? Is that intermittent fasting? And it kind of spiraled into this whole train of thought because as a woman and as a holistic nutritionist, the whole intermittent fasting conversation is one that kind of drives me a little bit crazy. So let's actually talk about it. Does intermittent fasting work? Yep, for some, it genuinely works really well. You eat in a window, your body gets a break from digesting. You stop thinking about food constantly. Great. And that's it. You keep going. But there's this assumption baked into the intermittent fasting content out there that if it's not working, you're just not doing it right. You need a longer fast, you need to push through, you need more willpower, more discipline, more whatever. And I think it's bullshit. Some people's bodies just do not respond well to the extended fasting. And there are real reasons for that. Your stress hormones spike, your sleep gets worse, you're exhausted and irritable, and somehow you're eating more by the end of the day because you were so hungry you stopped caring. And here's the part that really gets me. Most of the research on intermittent fasting was done on men. The protocols were designed around how men's bodies respond, and surprise, surprise, men and women are not the same biologically. Think about it this way. You know how cold plunges and ice baths are all over the internet right now? Same thing. The research shows that women's bodies don't respond as well to the cold water as men's do. We need it that little bit warmer because of our biological makeup. We're not mini men. So it's the same principle for intermittent fasting. What works for one body doesn't automatically work for another. So if you're a woman and you've tried the whole 16 plus hour fasting thing and you felt like shit, you're not weak. Your body was just giving you feedback. Now look, if you want to try some form of intermittent fasting, shorter windows tend to work better for most women. A 12-hour overnight fast, stop eating after dinner, so say by 7 p.m., and then eat a normal breakfast between 7 and 8 a.m. It's typically enough to get most of the benefit of what people are chasing with intermittent fasting. And you're asleep for most of it. So it's not exactly a heroic method, and that's the way I do it. Here's something that almost nobody talks about when they're hyping up intermittent fasting. And honestly, it might be the most important piece of the whole thing. How you break your fast is more important than anything else. You can't fast for 12, 14, 16 hours and then roll up to a drive-thru. You can't grab last night's pizza out of the fridge. And I know that sounds obvious, but people do it all the time. And then they wonder why they feel like shit and they're not seeing results. When you break a fast, your body is primed and ready to absorb whatever you put into it. Put in garbage, feel like garbage. Put in good stuff, feel good. So you want to make that count. So you're looking for something with fiber, complex carbohydrates, and protein. Something that's going to fuel your cells, stabilize your blood sugar, and not send you into a crash an hour later. And before you eat anything at all, a glass of water with a small pinch of good quality salt before your first meal. That sounds too simple to matter, but it genuinely helps you rehydrate your cells after hours without fluids. Your body wakes up. Things start moving the way they're supposed to. It's one of those small things that makes a real difference. And honestly, you don't need a fast at all to give your body a reset. Sometimes just eating really simply for a few days, steamed broccoli, cauliflower, warm lemon water, boring as hell, genuinely works. Your guts get a break, the bloating goes down, the craziness around food quiets down, you feel clearer. It's not sexy, it's not a trend, it doesn't have an app, but your body will thank you. And you don't have to torture yourself to take care of yourself. Anyone who tells you that is probably trying to sell you something. So subscribe if you want more of this, and tell me in the comments, did you try intermittent fasting? Did it work? Or was it a complete shit show? Because I promise you someone needs to read your answer right now. So I'll see you next time. Bye.